Hey guys, thanks for tuning in here to Whiskey Throttle Media. We've got our first project of 2025, and it's our Triumph TC250. And if you guys did not see our introduction to this bike down in Gatorback in Florida with Ezra Lusk, check that out. We also did a race spec and came up with a really good starting point if you have one of these and you're looking to kind of get the chassis and the feel of the bike right. So we'll provide that text just to give you an update. But there were some things that we came out of that day with that we thought we could improve for sure. And we're gonna go over some of that stuff. That was the goal for this bike. So we'll start with the basics here. The suspension's not done. We just put our friends at Race Tech, their stickers on here. We left it stock. The stuff works really well. This KYB stuff is magical. Feels very similar to the Yamaha stuff, just very progressive and plush, and man, inspires confidence going into stuff. Flat landing, awesome. Great suspension. The chassis on this thing is great, turns really well, very reactive, very playful and fun. You can get a little bit of maybe high-speed nervousness. A lot of that's fixed with fork height. You know, drop these down even a mil into the clamps and you're gonna get more stability. You're gonna have to play with what you like. Like I said, our race spec is a great starting point, so check that out. On this motorcycle, here's what we did. Started with an exhaust. Again, our main focus here was how can we build some power up. We thought it was a little down on power compared to some of the other brands. And there was a couple of things we knew we could do and a few things we were going to try to do. FMF built us an exhaust. We took it to Jamie Ellis over at Twisted Development. Now the problem here, the major hurdle they've got to clear is right now they don't have any way to get into this ignition and change mapping. You can buy a power tuner from Triumph, but it only comes with 10 maps preset. You select the one you like and that's it. There's no way to go in and create your own and really toy with mapping to customize it with an exhaust, with engine work and all that stuff. That's gonna be a hurdle for them from engine performance standpoint until they get that done or someone in the aftermarket does. That won't happen until there's enough demand for it. So we got a little chicken or the egg situation. We'll see what happens. We took it to Jamie. He went through all those maps on the Triumph tuner. We found the one that worked best with the FMF exhaust system that we have, and that's where we landed. We also put some Raptor foot pegs on here. The stock ones are great, but these are the same foot pegs the race team uses. We got a pair. We said, why not? ODI bars with our Emig Pro grips. My buddy Jeff Emig, an Elevate motocross training app partner. Man, these are really good grips. If you guys haven't tried them, the lock-ons, man, they sold me. They're so nice. Dunlop tires, MX34s front and rear. And one of the big changes we wanted down in Florida was to get away from the 100 tire. I think they did that to make the bike feel faster, spin up easier, and feel a little bit quicker, but you lose all kinds of rear end stability. So we went to a 110 with this MX34's tire of choice. We also have Pro X chain and sprocket that we put on, and we went up one tooth. That was something else Yogi and I thought would benefit this bike. Throw the bigger tire on and bump up one tooth. It'll give you a little more pickup out of the turns. And this bike has good power at the very top. So to get up into those higher RPMs quicker is actually better on this machine. ICW braced our radiators. They just put some cool bracing behind it. Gets those things nice and sturdy in case you tip over. And then Works connection. We did a start device, which is kind of a must if you're racing. They did some black brake caps for us here with their logos. Works connection always does nice stuff, so we're stoked. And then Moto Seat gave us a seat cover with some ribbing, which was great. And DeCal Works did the graphics, which are quite bright. So how did this thing work on the track? What were the thoughts today? I was excited just to get it to the West Coast, where I'm comfortable, where I kind of know how bikes feel and I can compare it. You know, you go somewhere different like Florida and Gatorback, and I don't have any reference point of what does another bike feel like there. I know what other bikes feel like here at Glen Helen, so I can really compare it to this. Again, my feeling was confirmed on the chassis. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy riding this motorcycle. It can be bumpy, you know, rough, hard, slick, doesn't matter. The thing handles really well, turns great. It does still feel a little soft. And when we talked to Jamie about the mapping that he did, he goes, I can only do so much. They only give you these 10 options. I ran through all of them. We went with one that's like a sandy track, kind of the most aggressive map. But when you look at the curve, there's kind of a little dip in the middle and then a peak. and it's off a bit from other brands. I mean, just straight up, it's still off a little bit. So again, we could fix that. I know this motorcycle's, there's a lot of potential inside this engine. The pro team has proven that. They pull hole shots all over the place, indoors and out. So we need them to help us unlock the potential of this engine. Right now, it's just kind of handcuffed. So still a little bit soft on the motor. Now, when I say that, if you're a novice rider, beginner rider, vet rider, it's actually super rideable and fun. And the changes we made, I like. Go up a tooth, throw that 110 on the rear. It does plant the rear end more. It gives you a little bit better pickup coming out of corners. And it's a lot of fun. But if you're an intermediate expert level racer, you're just going to want a little more out of it, horsepower wise. So that's a hurdle they're going to have to get over. And it's a real easy fix. It all comes down to that, the mapping equation. So we'll keep you guys posted as things become available. Right now, nothing on the horizon. We're actually going to reach out to Get, who makes these ignitions, which is different than all the other brands, and see what we can do. So we'll let you know. The suspension on this thing was great. Brakes are great. Clutch is great. I mean, everything else about it, it's really a fun bike. I can't say enough about how good they did for a first motorcycle effort. It's wild. Really, they did a good job. And they got all the right people in place, not just Ricky and Ivan Cervantes, the guys test riding it, but the staff that actually is doing the R&D, you know, from Dudley and all those guys. Just, they've got really sharp guys over there, Scuba Steve and all of them. So that's encouraging. Yeah, comfortable grips. Like I said, the seat cover's nice, holds you in place a little better. Has a really nice tone to it with the FMF muffler on here. So there wasn't anything about this I wasn't enjoying. I just wanted a little more horsepower. You know, down Talladega, obviously a really good feel for horsepower, and I just wanted it to go a little more, you know. So those are the pros and cons of it. But we had a really good time riding today, and it's nice to have it out here in California and be able to get it on some tracks that I'm familiar with. So we'll continue to do that. We're going to take this to all the local places and maybe do some racing on it and just really get comfortable on it, because we do enjoy riding it. It's a lot of fun. So stay tuned. We'll have more with this thing. We're going to do, this is sort of our phase 1 build, because it's all that's really available right now. Once we can get into this ignition and really open this thing up, we'll let you guys know what are some really good, cost-effective things you can do, and best way to really bring these to life. So check these out. They're available at your dealers now. The 450 you're going to find very soon. Our introduction to that's coming up. So I love what these guys are doing. The workmanship and quality on these bikes is second to none. Very well-built motorcycle. Triumph has it's not like they're new to motorcycles. These guys have been around forever. But it's just their return to the dirt, and it's been a pretty successful one, I would say. So huge thank you to those guys for letting us have some time on this, and all the partners that got involved here. Thank you, appreciate it. Big thank you to Jay Clark over at DirtBike TV for his help, and we'll see you guys soon out at a track near you. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, comment what you thought, and share it with your friends.